All right, I'm letting everybody in. I'm going to go ahead and mute you all. Oh, I thought I muted everyone. Okay. All right, we're going to give it 2 more minutes and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, another 60 seconds. Have a little bit of housekeeping per se, and then we're going to get into the topic of goal setting, vision boards. You look beautiful, Danielle. I see you looking at yourself in the mirror or in the camera. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Happy Wednesday, everyone. This is week 2 of our Sexy for the Holidays. For those that watched the Zoom meeting from last week, if you weren't on it or record, you were supposed to message me about what you saw or heard. If you didn't, you don't get the gift. That's how I will know if you are watching the Zooms, which are super important. And that's one of the reasons that you stay consistent, is one of the ways to stay consistent and engaged is by watching the Zooms. I don't care if you're not on it live, but just listen to it on your way. I listen to podcasts every day. I'm like obsessed with Dateline podcasts lately. Usually it's how-tos and make yourself better, but I'm obsessed with the Datelines. But you can listen to these and you don't have to watch me. You don't have to watch anything on here. It's all we're talking. So anyway, if you didn't watch it last week, you should watch it because there's a treat. Okay, so we did a Zoom last night for in-app tracking. Jem was so kind as to lead it, and it was great. I learned so much from it, which was awesome. And then I did some digging on YouTube, and I found a video that was really good that she was trying to show us, but couldn't show us on the screen. So I found one, so I put it in the in-app tracking group. Here's the deal. People are saying, I don't see the in-app tracking. You will not see it if I don't switch you over to in-app tracking. You only have access to MyFitnessPal or Fitbit if you sync to it. And for my in-app tracking, you can't be on both. And then I just flip the switch, and then you'll see everything we talked about in the in-app tracking Zoom from last night. So if you want me to switch you over, I switched a couple of people over and they are loving it today, which makes me so happy. Because probably going forward, starting in January, I'm not giving anybody options. It's going to be in-app tracking. So, I mean, unless you're already in. So new people coming in, they're not going to have the option of Fitbit, MyFitnessPal. It's going to be, you're using my in-app tracking. It's just streamlined. It'll be 100% better by then. And I think that's the route we're going to go. It just, you don't have to wait for things to sync. Okay, next thing is, I had a couple of people text me at like 9:45, 10:08. Hey, can I eat this? Or I don't know what I should do. It's the end of the night. What should I do? I'm not texting you back. Do not expect anything back from me after 9 o'clock at night. You guys don't pay me enough to do that after 9 o'clock at night. Think about what you pay me, right? I go to bed at 9 o'clock. Like literally, I eat my aso bar, I do all my face stuff, I brush my teeth, and I am in bed by 9:15. I've been up since 3:22 this morning. No nap, just straight through, training clients, Orange Theory. So when I get off of here, I eat dinner and I knock out. I had somebody message me at 9:22, and then in the morning she said, forget it, I screwed up my macros because you didn't reply back to me. Don't put that shit on me. She is not in here anymore, by the way. I refunded her money and I asked her, I said, you're definitely not part of our culture. And I refunded her. And if you're friends with her, I'm sorry. But first of all, you're not going to talk to me like that. When I started the meeting, our whole tribe, and I say, this is my hours and I go to bed at this time. You can message me and I'll message you back in the morning. But don't put it on me that you didn't hit your macros because I did not message you back at 9:22 at night. That's just ridiculous. Doctors don't answer their freaking phones at 9:22 at night. They have service people that answer it, right? So I apologize if you're friends with a person and I'm talking about her, but I have no problem refunding your money. You guys know I don't do this to make money. I do because I love what I do. Message me, I'll reply back to you in the morning. I have no problem with that. I even put my dimmer on my phone and everything, so I don't even see if anything's coming through. So I had no idea that person messaged me. And then another person messaged me on, I think it was Saturday night. I was out, I was up, I didn't read my phone, I was out. And it said, hey, I'm at a bar and I don't know if I should drink this or this. Okay, here's the deal. Drink what you want to drink because all alcohol is created equal. If something is 120 calories and it's beer, and it's 120 calories and it's wine, and it's 120 calories and it's vodka, it doesn't matter which one you drink. Now, if you're going to drink wine and you're going to drink a margarita is going to have more calories than the wine. All you do is Google what you're drinking, look at the calories, and whatever has the lower number of calories, if you're asking me, is the one I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to reply back to you and say, oh, I think you should drink vodka soda versus blah, blah, blah at 10:40 at night when I'm in an Uber driving home from Broward. Like, I'm not going to. So I've talked about how to do alcohol. I'm not going to be your want to be drunk text so that you know what you're drinking. I'm here to support you 100%. But if you knew you were going out that night, why didn't you ask me sooner? You know, I'm going out tonight. What should I choose to drink? Or how can I get around my alcohol? Or, you know, because I'm always going to say, have a drink, have a water, have a drink, have a seltzer, like break it up, that kind of thing. And I have no problem with you guys drinking alcohol. I mean, everybody does it. Not everybody, most people do it. So I tell you guys how to calculate it and how to add it in your apps. I don't drink alcohol. I could say that for now. Anyway, okay. So next thing is step challenge. It's starting on Monday. If you would like to be in the step challenge, please let me know. I will add you to the separate group. You're the only thing that you're going to see in there is people posting their steps. I may post something motivational in there, but there's not a lot going on in the group. It's just so we can have everybody in the same place. It is $10. That is your buy-in. That is how you're accountable for being in the group. And the whole pot goes to the biggest steps. who has the highest steps. I take nothing from it. It all goes into one pot. You guys can see how many people are in the group, multiply that by 10, plus $10 from me, because I always add $10 into it, even though I don't do it. I do it, but I can't win. And that's what the pot is. So if you want to be in the step challenge, just make sure you message me and I'll add you to the group by Sunday night. I'm going to sneeze. Okay. We had a bunch of girls in the workout last night, which was awesome. Loved that. We're going to continue doing them on Tuesdays. I will continue doing them on Sundays. This Sunday, I'm subbing a spin class. So I might do it after the spin class. I will let you know by Saturday. So not Sunday morning. So unless I have to sub something else, then I don't know until sooner. But I know I'm subbing a spin class 8:30, 9:30. So I may do it at 10 or 10:30. That is tentative right now. And then I'll let you know going forward. Okay. Next thing, I ordered tanks and hoodies, and the owner, Justin, is being really awesome lately. I don't know why, but he said he's keeping the order open. So if anybody wants to add on to a tank, a zipper hoodie or a pullover hoodie, all the proceeds go to Wounded Warrior. Message me, let me know, and let me know your size. Okay, next thing is groups. I had this idea, and I need your feedback on it. I was thinking about making a group called proteins and a group called carbs. Not fats, because really nobody ever has an issue getting fats. And you guys can post only pictures of proteins in the proteins group and only of carbs in the carbs group. Now, it could be protein that has carbs, and it could have carbs that has proteins, and it could have fats in them, but something that you use for that reason, kind of like a go-to, like, oh, I need to find a protein that's not just plain meat, and people can look in there. But the only thing I don't want in the group is, oh, where did you get that? Oh, where'd that come from? Oh, how much did it cost? And because then all of a sudden it's like 50 comments above, and now the group really defeats the purpose. So raise your hand if you think it's a good idea to have the groups. Okay, raise your hand if you think you should send me the stuff I posted and make a trainer post only. Wait, or I'm gonna have you raise your hand if you guys can control yourselves and only post pictures and not comment underneath it. So first one, trainer only. Second one, I can control myself and only post pictures. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna start the group. It's going to be trainer only. Send me pictures. I don't need stories or anything like that. If people have questions, I don't mind them coming to me and saying, hey, where is this from? I will go back to the person that sent it to me and say, hey, where did you find this? Okay. Actually, you know what? Send me a picture. Tell me where you found it. I'll put that in a little comment. This is from blank, whatever. When you send me the picture, you have to send the front and the back. So if it was my tanner, I would send the picture of the tanner in the front, tanner in the back. Don't eat tanner. So I'm only doing it for proteins and carbs. Not going to do it for fats, because you're going to get fats in everything. And I think pretty much everybody's good with that. Are you guys excited about that? Because I'm excited about this group. I think it'll be really helpful. Like Quest chips, I would totally put in the protein group. Right? Things that next meeting is the share and tell. We can put stuff in there. Okay. Because I feel like the Amazing Grocery Finds group is just like great in that moment. And nobody's scrolling up 3 years ago, right? And then I started trying to clean it up, and I was like, oh my God, this could take me 3 years to clean up this group. And I can only delete my comments. I can't delete your comments. So, okay, that's that. All right. So does anyone, because remember I said I'm going to pick 1 or 2 people every challenge. Does anyone want to speak? It could be how far you've come since you started. Maybe you just started and you had an epiphany. Maybe you were here, you came back. Maybe a tip, a hint, a trick. Does anyone want to share anything? You guys are awesome. You just want to hear me talk for 30 minutes straight? All right. Okay. Okay. So first thing I want to talk about is, I have a question. Does anyone do goal setting? Be honest with me. Does anybody write down their goals? Okay, so I'm a huge goal freak, vision board freak, and journaling freak. A lot of you know that already.
I have sheet 1 and 2, and your receipt is in there.
I'm gonna mute Cheryl unless you.
What are your other receipts?
Okay. I don't think she did that intentionally. So every January, I don't make resolutions, I make goals. And I used to have a friend that we would take our goals and we would go on Vistaprint, and we would take our goals and put them on a keychain. We would have like 5 goals and it'll be on a keychain, and we would carry the keychain around with us from Vistaprint. It was like $5. It was just something we did, and whatever. Anyway, that was like 8 years ago. So now every year I write it down. I write down 5 goals for the year. It doesn't have to be immediate goals. It could be short term. It could be long term. And then I take that and I make my vision board. And you guys know I make a ton of vision boards per year. I have my personal vision boards. I have business vision boards. And my vision boards are not like vision boards. There's vision board apps, which we're going to talk about too. And those are great ways, and I'm going to tell you why they're so great, but those are great ways to stay focused and motivated. If you have something to look at all the time and you see it all the time, you're going to have that in your sight, right? Okay, so I took a goal setting course probably 5 years ago when I became a life coach to help my clients set their goals, set boundaries, set goals, that kind of thing. And one of the first things they teach you is SMART goals, and it's specific. So you got to think of something specific, measurable. You got to give yourselves numbers, attainable, relevant, and timely. So when I say attainable, when people join my tribe, some people will say, can I lose 30 pounds in your 8 weeks? Is that really attainable? Right? Is that really, that's measurable? That's great. You want to lose 30 pounds in 8 weeks. It has that measurable. It's very specific, but it is definitely not attainable. Unless you live in the Biggest Loser house and your life revolves around whatever they did in the Biggest Loser, which if you guys ever went back to look and see how those people did, they're all back to where they were plus bigger. It's so crazy, but no, but obvious. And relevant, obviously, a person would need to give me a reason why they want to do it. Okay, so I want you guys to do for homework and for part of the meeting, and it's all about your vision board and it's all about why you're here, but at least 1 to 3 goals that you would like to achieve, either it be by the new year or the end of the first quarter of 2023. And obviously, this is me being very positive and thinking positively that you'll be with me again for the next session, and we'll revisit these. However, it does not have to, they don't all have to be something that goes around the Shred Tribe, because I don't want your life to revolve around the Shred Tribe. We have other things going on, right? Maybe you're taking a course and one of your goals is to complete that course. Maybe it's starting a course. Maybe it's reading a certain book. Maybe it's going to Orange Theory. Your goal is to go to Orange Theory 3 times a week, this day, this day, and you want to make sure you do it for this many weeks because you have to have a number, right? Because I know it will make me feel better, because I know it will help me reach this goal. So I want you guys to think of specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? The more specific, the better. It could be 1 goal, it could be 2 goals, it could be 5 goals. I'm going to do them with you guys. So I'm going to do my goals now for next year that I do in January. I'll do them with you guys, and I'll share some of them too. It has to be measurable. How will you measure the goal? Identify exactly what you will see. Losing pounds, inches, more leafy greens on your plate, maybe maybe the 10K steps daily. Maybe you're going to do your first 5K. Maybe you're going to do your first half marathon, whatever it is. Say how you're going to feel. How is it going to make you feel? Is it going to give you more energy? Will it take off some stress? Will it improve stamina? Will make you feel more confident when you reach your goal? So one of my goals is to do my 5th half marathon by the time I turn 50. So that's a number. It'll make me feel like I accomplished something. It'll make me feel like I'm not getting old, right? It's relevant because it's something that has to do with everything I do on my daily basis. It's very specific and it's timely. And I'm going to go through all these things. Attainable. Is the goal realistic for you to accomplish in a few weeks or a few months? Maybe you want to quit biting your nails. Maybe you want to quit smoking. Maybe you want to give up soda. I love picking on you. Okay, next thing is relevant. Is reaching this goal something you care about? Don't make a goal for someone else. Don't set a goal, I need to quit smoking because my husband wants me to quit smoking. You will never do that. I want to lose weight because my daughter keeps telling me I need to lose weight. It might hit the heartstrings, but that's not really going to promote you to lose weight. Maybe it's I want my A1C number to go down. Maybe my doctor said that I have to get off my heart medication. You know, there's so many things, so many factors that could push you to that reason. That makes it relevant. And is it timely? Make an action plan and set a deadline. Have a start and finish date for your goal. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples besides my half marathon. I will walk briskly 3 minutes. I will walk briskly 30 minutes 4 times a week. I will log my activity each week. That's how it's measurable. I will wake up 30 minutes earlier on days I plan to walk so I have enough time, making it attainable. I want to have more energy and be more active for long-term health. That makes it relevant. And 8 weeks, I'll set a reminder to assess my progress every 2 weeks. Another one that will help, not another one, but a way that will help you. Think about why the goal is important to you, the benefits of achieving your goal. What are the barriers that could be affecting your goal? And you can write these down if you want me to help you with these. So you're not only getting fitness and nutrition coaching, but you're getting life coaching. Possible solutions to the barriers. And what steps you need to take to start. Maybe you need to adjust your schedule. Maybe you need to arrange for childcare. I see some of you writing stuff down. Share your goal with a coach or a team member and send them a message after when you do your goals. So we have a group that's called I can't remember, My Why, which could possibly have something to do with your goal, but you're not putting these in there. We are going to be using that though. And the new people are not even in that group yet, I don't think. My say it in public, my why, and my promise. Yeah. So all the new people are not in there yet because I wanted to make sure I had this meeting first. So I was just checking. So you have your goal. You're going to set your goals. What of these 3 goals has anything to do with your why you're in this group, why you started this journey with the Shred Tribe, why you decided what you were doing before you came here wasn't working, so now you're doing this. That part, plus a promise to yourself, is going to go in that My Why group. I'm going to delete everything that's in that group. Forget what you did in the past. This is a new session. This is a new journey for you. And you're going to give a new, if your why is the same, that's fine. But it's really, if it is, then your promise should be different. Because you couldn't have given me the same why 3 years ago and what you promised yourself, because you've already probably accomplished that. And you've already promised it to yourself and you've done it. Unless you're still working on that goal, but then you're going to rewrite it. So I'm taking away everything that is in that group. It's going away. And I'm making a new My Why, My Promise. It all ties in with your goals. I want you to be realistic. Plan actions that are doable for your current situation. I want you to be flexible. You know, if don't be hard on yourself. If it's not going to be done in 6 weeks, know that and push it to 8 weeks. Goals can be moved. Deadlines can be changed. This is not a job where you have to submit a deadline. We can move our deadlines and make it enjoyable. So find ways that you can enjoy it. And the last thing is, and I know you guys laugh at me every time I say this, but celebrate your successes. And I gave you guys habits for a long time ago. One of the challenges in one of the sessions that was celebrate your wins. And nobody used it. Nobody wanted to celebrate their wins. So I took it away. But it's super important to celebrate your success. Now, I don't mean reward yourself with food. I don't believe in rewarding with food. But it could be something else, you know, going to the mall, buying yourself a new sports bra, buying yourself a ticket to a movie, going to see a show, you know, whatever. Going for a walk on Flagler. I mean, that's how I reward myself. I give time for myself to do something for myself. On Sunday in the afternoon, I'm going to the O Spa all day. Yeah. Cannot wait. But that's a reward that I'm celebrating for myself, and I'm exhausted, so I think it'll be great. Once you've met a goal, it's time to set a new one. And this may be a similar goal and the next step to your path that you just started on. Be kind to yourself. And when you are successful, let me know, let everybody know so we can celebrate your successes. You know, when you guys message me and say, hey, I put on these scrubs that I haven't worn in 3 weeks. I'm like, or 3 months. That's freaking awesome. I love those non-scale victories, and I post them all the time. I'll screenshot what you sent to me and I'll put it there, or I'll say, congrats to Danielle. She got in her first Lululemons that were size 8 or 9, whatever it was at the time, you know, that's amazing. Those are wins. Let's celebrate. Someone messaged me, I can't remember the other day. I posted it though. I mean, you guys message me all the time with your wins. You can put that in the memes and motivation group. That is motivating to see people be so successful. Okay, so we're going to talk about real quick vision boards because I've been talking for 30 minutes or a little less than 30 minutes. So a vision board is a collection of images of goals and dreams. And I love seeing your vision boards, and I share my vision boards too. Next week, when we start talking, sharing vision boards, because you're going to share them with me, and then I'm going to ask you permission. And every week we'll share about 2 to 3 vision boards so that your tribe members can get to know who you are. And so I don't have to talk the whole meeting. And Vince, you're the only one that laughed when I said that. At least a little bit. And it shows other people that they're not alone when they look at your vision board. And you'll see something that comes up on pretty much almost every female's vision board. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is now, but it's pretty much on almost every vision board. Danielle's laughing because she probably knows what I'm talking about. But okay, so anyway, your vision board is a daily reminder of your dreams and your goals. It's a visual that you see every day. Everybody is a visual person. Don't let people tell you that they're not visual. Every single person, it's been a test. 99.9% of people are visual. You could say something to somebody, but if you show them a picture of it, they're going to comprehend that a lot quicker. I have an apple, but if I show you an apple, you know I have an apple. It's been tested, it's scientifically proven. So when we see something all the time, or we visualize something all the time, we see it more. And at one time I gave the example of, I had gone car shopping. I ended up with another Lexus, but I thought I wanted a Tesla. And so I started looking at Teslas, and I was like, oh, you know, I don't see that very many of this sort of Tesla, this particular Tesla. That day I get on 95. I probably saw that same Tesla that I never saw 3 times in the same color. And that week, I probably saw triple that amount because it was in my head. I had visualized it and I saw it that much more. So vision boards kind of do the same thing. It's kind of like The Secret, or, you know, you put it out. I say to everybody, I'm going to put it out in the universe and I'm going to let everybody know. I'm going to put out positive vibes. It's kind of the same thing. Your vision board, you're putting it out there for you to look at all the time. So your mind is always in that process of whatever's on that vision board. It could be a vacation. It could be a book you want to finish reading. It could be spending time with family. I always, always, always have at least 2 to 3 quotes on my vision board, something that keeps me motivated. I keep reading the quote that's behind Stacy with an I's name, something blessed. Grateful. Oh, I love that. Thankful, grateful, and truly blessed. I love, love, love that. In my apartment, before I moved in with Mike, I had sayings literally all over my apartment. I bought the ones that you can like rub on. The owner of Cycle Bar at the time when I was working there, he came and put them all up for me. Took forever, but I love sayings. Like I had them over my door, over my bed, everywhere, everywhere. But I lived by myself, it didn't matter. I would not do that now. Okay. So a vision board will motivate you to work towards the goals you have set. Producing a vision board will direct your mind to themes, colors, feelings, and emotions. The making of the vision board is a distressor, believe it or not. Going through your app, going to the pictures, looking for them, screenshotting them, putting them in the app that I'm going to tell you. It's supposed to be crafty, so it helps you with de-stressing. We had our retreat 2 years ago in Orlando, and I got all excited to make real vision boards. Danielle. And I brought all these scissors up. We had like 20 people. So I brought like 8 scissors and I bought all these vision boards. I collected magazines from everywhere. I went to the craft store. I was so excited to make real vision boards. And when it was time, no one wanted to make them. They're like, why should we make them? We have them in our phone. Right, Danielle? Everybody just wanted to hang out, wanted to work out, wanted to go by the pool, whatever. Nobody wanted to make vision boards. I was so disappointed. We ended up throwing away the magazines, blah, blah, blah. But I pouted for a little bit because I love vision board. Like I honestly thought like Danielle, Nicole, who's not on here right now, but Nicole Vitale, I thought they were all going to be so excited. Edie, like I thought everybody was going to be excited, but nobody was, only I was. So we didn't do vision boards. So now we do them all on phones. But that would be more of a distress, and that would be more being creative. It helps you be creative. I try to be creative. I try to have fun with my vision board. I try not to make it a task. I enjoy making vision boards. They actually do de-stress me if I have nothing to do. I just made a stupid Shein vision board. Like it's just all this stuff I want from Shein. I'm sick. Okay. It helps you when you look at it to reassess where you are on your journey. I'm so glad I can make you guys laugh. Taking a step back to look and analyze your vision board can reveal a lot about you, where your headspace is at, where you're hoping to, what you're hoping to achieve, or what you're hoping to get from them. You will see in front of you images or words that fit your thoughts, and think about how that works for your goals. How does it look? How does looking at them make you feel? And why do you choose these? And what do they mean to you? And I love hearing that from you guys. One girl one time put she needed a new car. And then like 6 months later, she told us in her new vision board, she took the car off and made a new vision board because she got her car. Eni did that with her black dress for her 60th birthday. Someone else did that. Christine Delgado did it for her first half marathon or first 5K, one of those. I try to remember everybody's, but I can't. But it's great when you come back and say, hey, this was on my vision board and I achieved it. Your vision board is your vision board. You can change it anytime you want. It's never set in stone. It is always a working document, and you can edit it whenever you need to, which is the best part about the app, I'm going to tell you. Put your vision board in a strategic place. Our phones, they never leave our hands, where you can see it regularly. Get in a routine to look at your vision board every single day. Now, Stacy, do you still have yours as your screensaver? Okay. Stacy used to have one of hers as her screensaver, which is a great idea. Or just, put it on your photos and you can see it all the time. Vision boards help you condense your thoughts. So put a bunch of stuff on there. You can pull them out. You can put stuff together. If you have kind of the same sayings, don't put them both on there. They probably mean the same, but it will help you put your thoughts together. For business, it works really well with condensing your thoughts. Like I'm all over the place with my shred trap. I'm like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do that. If anybody walked with me during quarantine, I was doing podcasts in my head. I was doing this. I was going to have an app, got the app. Like, but does anybody remember I was going to start a podcast? Did anybody walk with me during quarantine that's in here? Okay. Oh yeah. Every day I'm like, I'm going to start a podcast. I download the podcast app and I was like, what the hell am I going to talk about in a podcast? Never did it. But it was on my vision board. Still never did it. It's not on my vision board anymore because I really don't want to do it anymore. But it was great for it's that I did for my business. It helps you get over your limitations. Often our busy lives make us think things are impossible or beyond us. A vision board lets you fantasize for a moment and be free from limitations. Once you see your uncontrolled wishes in front of you, you may still think they are beyond you. However, with time, you may note a change in your opinion of them. You may find that some will become attainable, or this goal actually isn't as important to you as you once thought. Going back to the girl that was going for the car, she thought she wanted a super expensive car. And she ended up with not a super expensive car that she realized all she really wanted was a brand new car. She had never had one in her life. And when she got her brand new car, it didn't have to be that special car. And she realized that I don't want to say she realized by looking at her vision board, but she said that when she saw what she originally had on her vision board and then what she got, she realized, even though it was a goal of hers, she didn't have to get that. It was not as attainable as she thought. So make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay, so who is excited about writing down their goals? Who's even more excited about making a vision board? Okay, the app is going to be called, I have a creativity block in my thing, so let me pull that up. Oh. Why can I never, it's called pick collage. Pick collage. See it up at the top there? It's free. And you can do, see the freestyle? And then you can just pick pictures. Hold on, let me show you. Let me exit out of this. I don't want to pay for it. So you can pick photos. I'm just going to pick random pictures. They're already in here because when I made my vision board, but okay. So I picked 3 random pictures. So you can take, that's me, by the way. For those that didn't know that I used to weigh 242 pounds. So you can take your pictures and once you put them on there, you can move them around with just a finger. And you can overlap them if you want. And then you can add more pictures and you can add a border and it's free. You can add text, you can add a background and it's all free. That's the only app I use for my vision board, but there are vision board apps. I don't know if they cost anything, but that one's free. I don't know if I said that yet, but it's free. So that's the one I would use. It's the most friendly. And if you need troubleshooting, I could probably help you. Otherwise, I can't help you with it. So next week is our share and tell group. So next week, you're going to bring a snack or a meal or a protein, a carb, a fat, a trick, a hint, anything, dressings, seasonings, anything